Do you ever feel like you put so much effort into everything you do, but no one seems to notice? Or that despite how hard you try, you're always overshadowed, or that others just know what to do instinctively, whereas you feel like you're drowning? You're not alone. I'm going to share my very real thoughts and vulnerabilities here with you today, and talk about how I'm trying to tackle them, and maybe how you can too. It's so hard to show my real self and my inner demons, but I want people to know that they're not suffering alone if they're feeling this way. I want to start this off with a little disclaimer. Objectively, I know I am doing pretty well, and objectively, I know I could be doing better if I put in the right kind of work. But what I am talking about here is an experience mentally that I think many of us have been through, whether we are seen as successful to others or not. This isn't an objective, numbers, concrete thing. This is in our heads, and we spend all our time there. So that's a realist experience we have. It's hard to remember our previous mindsets, but luckily I do morning pages every day, and I decided to look back at some of my entries for context for this video. The first is the day after my first upload, my Pocopia region locked episode 1. I started off happy. It reads, I worked super hard yesterday and got my whole video finished. I'm very proud of myself. But then I decided to look at the views. I had gotten 15 from friends and family the day before, and I was hoping this morning that maybe I'd have 30, or at least that's what I wrote down, but in my head I knew I was hoping it had just blown up. Here's my direct reaction to finding out. It only has 20 views. I am heartbroken. What did I do wrong? Then there's a little sentence about how someone who managed to do the same idea for me, but uploaded it a day sooner. I say, that person got like 50k views. I'm so exhausted today, and now my pride has been shattered. What is the point if no one watches? This is so embarrassing. I just want to cry and not work on my YouTube channel again. I need to power through. I did pick up a little with some more reflection. You can see here how visceral my reaction was to numbers and metrics. My whole mood was broken, my self-worth was destroyed, and I even considered giving up. And looking at this objectively, I had just uploaded my first video. It had been one night. Of course I hadn't got many views. I saw this as a rejection, as a proof of failure. If I had given up there, which I very nearly did, I wouldn't go on to see the success of my next video. Next few entries document how I am getting a few more views and how that is directly correlating to my happiness and pride in what I do. I even went on to release my most successful video so far. The first day or two it did nothing, so I went through the same spiral. And then it started to take off. I was so happy, and for the first time in my life, I genuinely felt like I was worth something. That people cared, that I had something to offer to this world that was worthy. This isn't a healthy thing, basing my self-worth on external validation, but it is a very real thing. And can I change that? Maybe, with a lot of expensive therapy and years of hard work. But until now, maybe I need to learn to work with it. Learn how to lessen the lows when things go badly, and hang on to the highs and happiness of when things went right. I've been doing well. 1,500 subs in 3 months is a fantastic result. I got Twitch affiliate and 3 streams. I have a beautiful, amazing community on Discord and in my YouTube comments and Twitch chats. I am so lucky, and yet part of me still feels empty. Will this feeling go away if I get 10,000 subscribers? 100,000 subscribers? No, probably not. Because deep down, I feel like to myself, I am a failure, that everything I do is worth nothing, and whilst the metrics when they're good temporarily quiet that voice, the metrics when they're bad amplify it. But I love what I'm doing. I don't want to give in because of those voices, like I've given in with everything in my life. So what do I do, and what do you do if you felt this way, that your core belief is that you are nothing, and that you feel like everything around you is only making that belief stronger? I wish I had all the answers. I do. I am trying little things like writing down all the nice things people say to me and storing them in a jar for when I'm feeling down. Or I've tried grounding myself and looking at other content creators and their growth, but then I find myself comparing myself to those who took off and thinking, what did I do wrong? Or rather, what is wrong with me? So I'm sharing this video not with the answers, but with the goal of putting an arm around everyone who feels like this and telling them they're not alone, that they're not silly for putting their sense of self-worth in something they can't control, that they're not obsessing over results rather than truly caring. You obsess over these things because you care. You care so much, and you just haven't found a way to put that care into the world and also protect yourself. Me neither. I can't promise you that all of this will go away after one good day, or one motivational comment or video. It won't. It will take time and we will keep falling back into our old habits. But radical acceptance is something I'm trying to learn, and I suggest you do too. Rather than hating yourself for these thoughts, these ways of being, maybe we just have to accept that this is how we function and how to manage it, how to live with it and accept it, rather than trying to force change on our thinking that is only surface level and shatters the moment something painful happens. Maybe I do feel like nothing, and maybe I will feel like that for a long time, or forever. Maybe I do take external validation as a replacement for self-worth and criticism as confirmation of my self-hatred. And I can't shield myself from the world or just hope that I constantly succeed and grow, just so it holds my sense of self steady, and neither can you. But what can we do? Genuinely, I think developing a small, supportive group of friends or community is an amazing first step. When I stream on Twitch, I hide my current viewers deliberately. So I know if I saw either low numbers or high numbers, it would alter my mood so dramatically it would ruin the stream. I do keep chat up, and the beautiful people in there make it all worth it. Whilst I'm talking to them and experiencing things with them, that numbers-based mentality fades away. Because if I am doing a good job at entertaining these real people with real lives who have chosen to spend their own time here watching, then I have succeeded. Sure, I might go away after and look at those statistics and reevaluate those thoughts. But then I look to the Burrow Discord and all of the people in there and our shared experience and feelings, and it quietens down again. Genuine human companionship can work wonders, even if it's just online. Although a good hug is really good too, I would recommend. And you might say this is swapping one source of external validation for another, but what you get out of your friends and your community isn't validation. Or perhaps it is tangentially, that isn't what really keeps you going. It's companionship, a sense of being seen in the world for who you are and accepted and loved. It's a sense of not feeling like you're alone in the murk with only your worst voices to keep you company. It's a sense of mattering to someone, even if you don't feel worthy of that. Because we can't control what other people think, these people want to be our friends, want to talk to us, and that should be seen as concrete proof that our voices are wrong. If you don't have that, a group of friends or a community, then I don't want you to panic, because you can find one. Whether that be an online safe space in a community like mine or another neurodivergent or cozy content creators. There are loads out there, trust me. Or if it's finding people with hobbies you enjoy, going to a hobby group in real life, or a Discord server for it. You need to show up just a little, and that can be scary, but it is worth it in the end. To have someone there to put a hand over the brain gremlin's mouth and lift you up out of that darkness. And it comes back to the question, finally, will numbers and results make me happy, even if they shouldn't? And they will, yes, of course. Being able to achieve my goal of financially supporting myself on YouTube will have direct consequences on how I can live my life, not just in the mental validation. But if I had all of that without my community, then it would be shallow. There would be no one there to enjoy it with, no way to see the impact I have on others, and allow them to have an impact on me. It's not one or the other, it's both, but we can only really control one side of it. So let's start there. Let's start by finding a community that values us and that we value too, whether that be ours, the Burrow, or another's, or your own. And from there, we have the foundation we need for greatness. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed, I do make more content around this as well as about video games, and I'm finding my feet in YouTube and Twitch at the moment to see what works best for me and my community. I'd love to have you along, and I'd be honoured to see you grow alongside me too. Stay cozy, folks.